Morning. Good morning, yogis. Welcome, welcome. Gary, Christine, Suzanne, Ed, Anita, nice to see you. Pamela, welcome, welcome. So good. Move on to our mats. Mr. B's actually awake. Unusual for a Sunday morning. That's the line. I'm leaving passed out. Okay, gonna pass out soon, no doubt. Welcome, everybody. Sunday morning. We're here for Journey into Power Sequence. And we're going to teach this morning. Well, I'm going to teach this morning to be a yes, which is one of the 3 themes of Baptiste yoga. So I definitely had one of these mornings where I did not want to do a live stream, and I'm just going to be totally candid about that. And it's like also knowing that there's people out there, it really does make me want to come and do it. So I had the back and forth, and then of course I'm here and I need a yoga flow. So it's been a challenging week. We're here. We just found out we're in another 2 weeks of lockdown here in Ontario. And so like nothing's opening still. Studios are like talking about opening, and then they had another, hiatus for another 2 weeks. So it's it's been challenging. I've definitely been struggling a little bit this past week, and I need some yoga. And the before bed yoga is coming. I've been getting some of those filmed, so I will have them to put up. And I'm planning on doing a social media fast at the end of this month for the last week of this month. So I want to have all of that stuff ready to go. So stay tuned for that. And let's just move into child's pose and get our bodies moving. Be a yes for your yoga practice this morning. Whatever might be on your mind, whatever might be there getting sticky, kind of wanting to hold you back, trying to restrict what's possible in your mind. Just be a yes for moving and breathing and getting through this however your body shows up for you, okay? Make it be enough and be a yes for just beginning again with every single breath. So we'll start in child's pose. Take your knees nice and wide. Settle your hips onto your heels. Start to connect to your breath. So being a yes for your drishti, your focus right here, bringing your attention to the practice, to the physicality of it. Being a yes for intentional breath, deep breath through the nose, ujjayi. And really just using those tools, the pillars of this practice of breath, of gaze, physicalness. The heat will start to build. And flow. All of those options to put your focus on, to put your yes onto, to keep you here on your mat. Be committed to this practice. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Do that one more time. A deep, deep breath. Spread your 10 fingers. Press down into your yoga mat. Tabletop. Let's do a few cat cows, just waking up the spine this morning. Look up to the ceiling, cow pose, tailbone up. As you exhale, press the floor around your back, belly in. A couple more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Cow. And cat. Tabletop. Press back to your first down dog this morning, or whatever time of day it might be for you. Maybe it's not even your first down dog. Just feel it out. Take on more space. So just being a yes for really getting into the foundation of the poses, intentionally set up your poses. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, the foundation. Breathe in. Press your tailbone straight back. Big stretch here. 3-legged dog. Right foot goes up. Bring your feet together. Lift the right foot up. Bend your knees. Stack. Open your hips. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your knee higher. Get the right hip stacked over the left. It's like a big opening through that side body. You can wiggle the right toes. You can churn out the right ankle. Breath in. Lift the knee higher. Switch sides, left foot up, 3-legged dog. The left shoulder may try to pop up. Keep the shoulders in line with each other so that chest is squared to the floor. Take the twist from the lower body. Big breath in, big breath out. Do that again. Press down into the mat and lift that left knee higher. Wiggle out the toes, the ankle. Big breath right here. And then step to the top of your mat. Ragdoll. Feet are as wide as your hips. Just let your upper body go. So being a yes doesn't mean that you're a yes for constantly working harder the whole practice. That's not what it means. It's being a yes for what you actually need in each moment and being in a listening for that. So finding balanced action, right? Working, challenging yourself when that fits. And putting some value on moments of rest as well to recharge. Let your body kind of register what's happening. Take a breath in. See if you can fold any deeper. Really let go of the head. Physically, the weight of your head pulling down to stretch your neck and spine, and like mentally letting go of the weight of your thoughts, yogi. Anything there that's trying to pull on your attention, just be a yes for the breath. Be a yes for your physical body, getting this flow. When you're a yes for something, you have to be a no for something else, for the clutter, the distraction, the drift of thoughts. Like disrupt the drift. Let go of your arms, fingertips down. Big toes touch. Come up to a flat back. And fold. Do that one more time. Oh, I'm like cracking everywhere. So good. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. Fold forward. Extended mountain pose. Reach your arms up. Big stretch. Hands to your heart center. Let's do an Om this morning. Om is like the sound of new beginnings. We'll start this practice fresh with an Om. Take a breath in. Om. Reach your arms up. Big stretch. Fold forward, chest to thighs. Halfway lift. High plank, step back, hold here for a moment. Let's build some heat, yeah? Soften the elbows. If your bum's way up in the air, drop it down in line with your heel and your shoulders. Press all 10 of your fingers into the mat. Then start to wake up even more. So like you're scrubbing your hands towards each other, isometric activation of the upper body, shoulders, arms. Wake up Uddiyana Bandha, your core muscles, pull them in. Inhale, stay for the exhale. 2 more breath. Building heat, tapas, like feel a little shaking in the arms, the legs. Inhale onto your toes. Bend your elbows, low plank. Upward facing dog, chest forward. Downward facing dog, hips back. Take a full breath in. A full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Hi, Mr. B. You awake today? Great. So handsome. 2 more breaths, yogi. Sorry, I'll come back. Focus. Not distracted by cute animals, cute children. Getting your focus on your practice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees. He's just so cute. Hopper step to the top of your mat, flat back. Fold forward. Extended mountain, sweep up, big stretch through the whole body. Fold, chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Belly, scoop it in. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back, lower down. Keep that engagement to your center. Upward facing dog, lift forward with your chest. Downward facing dog, empty out. Breathe. Just bring attention to how your body starts to shift, how your mind starts to shift as we move here. I already feel better, like just like what, one sun salutation in. It's magic when you start to focus on your breathing, start to focus on your physical body and getting out of your head. I know, for me, it feels much better than being stuck in my thoughts. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, hop or step right there, flat back, fold forward, extended mountain, be a yes for a back bend here, reach for it, keep stretching up and back, and then fold, empty out, lengthen the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, step or shoot back, low plank, upward facing dog, lift your thighs up off the mat, downward facing dog, hips back. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Inner ankles back, outer ankles down, wake up the legs. Spread your 10 fingers, root every knuckle. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees, press into your hands, hop to the top of your mat, flat back, fold. Extended mountain, one more, go up, go back, pull in, fold. Chest to thighs, get small. Lengthen the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, shoot back, low plank. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog, empty out. Up onto your toes, bend your knees, hop or step forward, flat back, and fold. Utkatasana, chair, and stay. Building heat, invite it, yeah, like intentionally here. Get down to the bottom of your seat, a little bit more weight into your heels, like shin bones sink back a little bit. Breathing. Draw the upper arm bones back. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your chest. Descend your tailbone. For 2. Stay. One more big reach up. Fold. Chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior 1. Reach up. Lunge. Keep the right hip drawing back. So doing that, square the hips. Sink deeper into the front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up. Go even deeper. Like find the depth of your lunge, yogi. Get as nice and low as you can. Be a yes for the sensations, for the engagement. Big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior 1. Check in. Where is there a no in your practice? Physically, mentally, emotionally? Might be something big, it might be something small. Just like be aware of that being there. You don't have to get angry with it. I would recommend against that, right? The no can be present. Like, can you bring more of a yes somewhere else? Yes to your feet. Yes to your breath. Yes to your focus, your eyes. What are they looking at? Sink deeper. One more big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Last week in the live stream on my drishti, I kept seeing the joy of cooking. And I've done probably, what is it? It's like maybe 60 live streams from this living room. It wasn't until last Sunday I saw the joy of cooking directly in front of me. Fascinating. Joy. Now I can't stop seeing that word every time I'm in a pose looking forward. It's just interesting how we can like not see something right in front of us. We'll put the focus on other things. I know I will put the focus on other things that maybe don't empower me. Instead of seeing what's right there, it has the ability to shift my mindset onto something more positive, more uplifting. Being a yes for shifting your mindset to something that lifts you up. Lift onto your toes. Ground through your heels. Do that. Yeah, do that again. Big lift up on the inhale. One more. Press down through the centers of both heels. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees this time. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana with some joy. Fold forward. Empty out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Joy. Yes. Downward facing dog. Empty out. Right foot forward, warrior one. Press into your feet. Go into a little stretch, a back bend. Reach for it. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can float your right toes here. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior one from feet to fingers. Full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Left toes can hover. Upward. Downward facing dog. Big breath in, yogi. Long breath out. Do that again. Fill. Press down into your hands and your feet. Soften your joints. Full breath in. Long breath out. Lift. Bend. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold forward. Utkatasana. Sink down your deepest seat yet. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Belly in. Long spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or shoot back. Low plank. Upward facing. Lift up. Downward facing. Right foot warrior one. Square your hips as you reach up. Lengthen the body. Chaturanga Dandasana. Go with the flow, yogi. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Reach. Lunge. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing. Lift your thighs. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Sigh it out. Yeah, do that again. Big breath in. Stick out your tongue. Lion's breath. Lift onto your toes. We'll do one more. Bend your knees. Hop or step. Flat. Fold. Chair. Fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. Big reach. Big breath. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move. Flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Fullest expression right here. Go for it. Reach for it. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your right foot up. Bend your knees. Stack open your hips. Take a big breath. Flip your dog. Option for wheel. Go for it. If you're playing with that still, check my workshop. It's been helping lots of yogis. Find your fullest expression. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go higher. Stay right here wherever you are. Your fullest possible expression. Flip to high plank. Side plank. Left arm goes up. Find your biggest lift. Right, like lifting the hips, the gaze, fingers, ankle. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Press down, yogi. One more full inhale here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left foot up. Lift your foot. Bend your knee, stack your hips. As lightly as you can, flip over. Go for flip dog. Go for wheel. Breathe into it, yogi. Inhale. Exhale. Press and lift. 2 more. Fullest expression. Take 1 more big breath here. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Ha. Flip to high plank. Move into side plank. Set it up. It's intentional in setting up the pose, and then being a yes for taking it somewhere new, somewhere different, maybe somewhere wobbly, uncertain. Bring joy to this moment, yogi. 2 more, in and out. Big lift. Whoop. High to low plank, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Crescent lunge on the right side. Come up. Find the lunge. Do that. Get nice and deep into it. Breathe in. Arm bones back. Feel the shoulder integration happen. Hands to heart center. Shift forward and twist. Bring more fire to that back leg. Lift the kneecap, the heel. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe and twist. Inhale. Stay here for it. Go a little deeper. Last one in. Last one out. Warrior 2. Yes, for a longer stance, yogi. Do that. Yeah, like feet wider. Lunge deeper. Breathe into it. And steady your gaze. Check in. Where can you bring more yes to this moment? Yes to the expression, the mindset, the muscles, the breath. All of those things, one of those things, just a new awareness in this moment. Inhale. See where you can go. Breathe. Soften the shoulders. 1 more, in and out. Extended side angle. Reach up the left hand. Take on any variation. If you want to bind, if you want to go for bird of paradise, go for it, yogi. 3 more breaths. If you're still working bird of paradise, I did a workshop for that, like last week. Maybe it was the week before last week now. What day is it? Where am I? Who am I? COVID life. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're up, come back down. Extended side angle. Full expression. Take a breath in. Look up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot. Crescent lunge. Come up. Find the legs. Like really feel that. They're firm. Muscles pulling into the bones. Reach up. Shoulders back. Hands to heart center. Twist. Keep the back knee lifted. The back heel forward. Breathe, yogi. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Go a little deeper. 1 more. Twist it out. Warrior 2. Open up. Come up. Widen your stance. And lunge. Right down into it. Feel that. Like this is a juicy pose. Get there. With your breath. With your eyes focused. With your muscles engaged. Heat in the body. Sweat on the skin. All these things to be a yes for, to put your attention on. Right here. Inhale. Exhale. For 3. For 2. Breath in. Stay for your exhale. Extended side angle. Half bind. full bind. Bird of paradise option here. You can stay right in side angle. That's a perfect option. You can try to come up part way. You can extend fully. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full pose right here. Take one more inhale. Come back down to extended side angle if you're not there. Reach up the top hand, a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, onto your toes, bend your knees, hop or step to the top, flat back, fold, chair. Take the twist to the right side. Breathe in, breathe out. Shoulders draw back. Draw that left kneecap back if it's popping forward. Fill up. Twist deeper. One more. Rinse it out. Center Utkatasana. Stay for the exhale. Sink down. Take a breath in. Fold. Chest to thighs. Feet as wide as your hips. Fingers to toes forward. Fold. Scoop up your toes with your first two fingers, your peace sign fingers. Let go of the upper body. You can pull on the toes a little bit if you want to guide yourself into the fold a bit deeper. It's your call. Put the attention on resting right here, like being a yes for restoration. What do you need to do in this moment to recharge your body? To realign your focus, your drishti, your attention here. What do you need to be a yes for to just land even more deeply in this practice? We're like almost halfway through. Maybe you're fully committed. Maybe you've been a little distracted. What's there for you, yogi? What do you need to give up? It's one of the other themes of Baptiste yoga. Give up what you must. Be a yes. You are ready now. Life-changing statements for me when I remember to live them, which is most of the time, but definitely not always. Chair. Twist to the left side. Get your feet back to true north alignment. Okay, so toes are almost touching. Twist. Shoulders, core. That right kneecap might try to pop forward, pull it back. Keep everything in line, yogi, for 3. Twisting nice and deep. For 2. One more breath in, breath out, and release. Gorilla pose. Feet wide, palms underneath the feet. Let go of the head. Soften your neck. You don't have to lift it up. No crunching up the back of your neck. Let there be length and space. Be a yes is one of the most powerful things. There's so many, like last week, if you watched my live stream where I took my shirt off, which was huge for me, that was be a yes in action, because I was a no for most of that morning. And in the last second, I just gave up what I needed to be a yes for it. Just did it. If it's something you know can empower you and you're being a no for it. Fascinating, yogi. Why are you holding yourself back? Why are you limiting possibility by being a no for that thing that you know, no with a K, that you know can light you up, that can empower you? All you have to do is shift it. And each moment, you be a yes in this breath, and maybe that no pops up in the next breath. And then like right here, you just can choose yes again. Being a yes, even when it's challenging, when it's difficult. It's not about saying yes to everything. Some things are not going to serve you. That's where you say yes to something else and you're a no for those things that disempower you. There's always a no that goes with every yes. It's choosing the yes that lifts you up. Shows you new possibility, makes you curious. Crow. Palms on the mat. If you're a no for crow, try putting your toes up on a block. You can put like my feet are on a block right here, then I'm already in the pose. Maybe just like forgetting about your toes even having to come off the ground. That can be a breakthrough. Play with wherever you're taking it, yogi. Breathe. If you're in crow, gazing out in front of your fingers, don't look back to your feet. That's like a somersault waiting to happen. Find that strength. Press down, pull in, lift up, take a breath, hold it. One more inhale. Whoop, Chaturanga Dandasana, shoot back. Whoop, not today. Upward facing dog, that's okay. Downward facing dog. Just because you can do something doesn't mean it's always going to work perfectly. You don't have to make meaning go to that. It's so easy. Our meaning maker. Start to analyze. Hopper step to the top. Flat back. Fold. Sweep up. Eagle, right side. Bring back that joy, yeah? Find it. Settle into it. Breathe with it. In and out. Again, sink a little deeper. The elbows up in line with the shoulders. Sleeping eagle, hinge forward. Pause here for a couple breaths. Really feel this little tight squeeze in. This is still a pose, sleeping eagle. Feel it. Engage biceps, inner thighs, core. Breath in. Stay for your breath out. Airplane, fly back. Keep that bottom foot at 12 o'clock. Your back foot's at 12 too. You've just lifted your heel. So toes are turned down. Lift through the collarbones. Breathe in. Breathe out. A couple more breaths. Feel that. Press the left foot into the floor. Lift into your core muscles. Take a breath here. Hold for the exhale. Half moon. Hands can come to your heart center. Open up. I'm going to play with hovering my fingers today. See if it works. You can have a block under your fingers. Taking the gaze down is more stable, so it's not like it's bad. If you try to look to the side wall, see what happens. Whoop, you might fall right out. That's okay. Looking up to the ceiling is a whole nother, and like balance can be different from day to day. Sometimes I'm rock solid. I've been like walking so much with the dog that my legs definitely are feeling it every day. So that's okay. Just like engage the muscles that are there working with you, embrace them, expand your pose, breath in, breath out, fullest expression, feet together, fold. Oh, my legs, so good. Halfway left, fold, sweep all the way up. Take eagle on the left side. We got like, I want to say probably almost 30 centimeters of snow in this past week. So like, what's that, 12 inches or something? Maybe that's a little, yeah, probably that much. So walking in the snow is a whole nother thing. Like my legs, my glutes, my calves, all feeling that extra work that I put them through. So just having compassion for your body, yogi. If you've done something that makes it tired, don't get frustrated if it doesn't show up. Just be a yes for the pose as it comes. Breathe in. Sink deeper. Lift the elbows up. Sleeping eagle. Hinge forward. Squeeze elbows to knees. Pull everything in nice and tight. Inhale. Hold the exhale. Do that for one more breath. In. Pull it to center right here. Use your breath in to unravel. Airplane. Fly back. Just check that that bottom foot hasn't turned at a weird angle. Big toe at 12 o'clock. Your back pinky toe turns down to the floor. Breath in. Breath out. If you tap a foot down, if you have to put your hands to the mat, just come right back into it. Being a yes for beginning, again, in each moment of this practice, in each moment of your life, opportunity just to start over, or opportunity to stay stuck in the past. You choose, yogi. Breathe in, hands to heart center. No one else makes that choice but you. Half moon. Sometimes we might make an arguably less than ideal choice. Disempowering choices, they happen. How much energy do you put on that? How much meaning do you make? That's you. The situation's not always in our control. The response, whether we're a no or a yes, whether we suffer or we don't, that's on us, yogis. Take a big breath in, stay for the breath out, lift higher, feet together, fold, halfway lift, fold forward. Sweep all the way up. Take dancer on the right side. Grab the inside of the foot, kick back. Shoulders integrate. So like draw the left shoulder back, draw the right hip forward just a little bit. Wake up that alignment. Press into that left foot. Lift through that right heel. Fullest expression for you today, right here. Switch. Dancer on the left. One side might be very different than the other. For me, it is. Like I've got an injury, an old injury that does limit mobility for me in some cases. So just like be okay. Being a yes for the pose. That's here for you. Not trying to force the one that you want. Sometimes that might show up. Sometimes it just might not be in the cards in that moment. Whoop, breathe in. Ground the inside of that bottom foot, big toe mound. Whoop, come back for one more breath. And release. Dancer on the right, do it again. Full expression. That bottom foot at 12 o'clock, you can feel big toe mound, pinky toe mound, inner ankle back, outer ankle down, the foot glued to your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. Switch sides. Ground the foot. Lift the back heel. Keep a lift through the chest. So it's not about dipping forward to get that back heel up. It's just lifting. Your chest is still facing forward. Strong body, strong arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift. Squeeze. Take one last breath. And release. Move into tree on the right side. Option for the kickstand if you need some stability. Inner calf. Where you get up above the knee. Get your foot onto a piece of clothing. That's my tip. That'll help you keep your foot up there. If you've got shorts on, make sure your heel's on the shorts. Press your leg back into your foot. Steady your gaze, whatever you see in front of you. And expand. Find your full expression. Any variation. In and out. Two more. Big breath in. Pause right here. And release. Switch sides. Tree on the left. Kickstand, inner calf, inner thigh, yogi's choice. Find the variation for you. Breath by breath, let it expand. Pressing the center line. Pulling skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Bring that yes right here, yogi, to this moment, to this pose. Inhale. Exhale. Big reach. And stay. One more breath. And release. Sweep your arms up, lengthen, and then fold chest to your thighs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal at your knees for a moment. Oh, my legs are feeling that snow today. Holy crazy. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Come forward and down. Left arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you have a block, it can be great here just outside of the front foot. So you're again on the pinky toe side, not inside your foot. Lean back into the twist. Inhale. Big opening through the side body. Stretch it out. Do that. Take your arm up over your head so your fingertips facing the front of your mat. Like a straight line from that left hand to your left ankle. Core engaged, yogi. Pull it in. Breathe in. Reach the fingertips. Big stretch. One more breath here. Hands to the either side of your front foot. Step your back foot into pyramid. Fold over your right leg. Let go of the upper body. Just really feel a release there. Full inhale. Full exhale. Do that again. And soften. Pull the right hip back, inner ankles back, outer ankles down. Feel the feet and the legs. Move into the twist. Left hand somewhere around your right foot, a nice place for the block again. Right hand on your low back. Gaze up over your right shoulder. You can also reach your right hand up. Really activating that twist. Keeping a big stretch through your spine. The crown of the head forward. Tailbone drawing back. Right hip bone drawing back. Breathe in. Twist it out. One more big inhale right here. Stay for your breath out. Inhale your hands down to your mat. Standing splits. Let's do this today. So taking the left heel up. Get your heel as high as you can, okay? So it might only be down here, which is perfectly fine. Like the higher you can get it, go to that place. Get your glute, that left glute, your bum cheek involved. You can start to bring your forehead towards your shin. You can bring your hands onto your ankle, potentially, maybe balancing, playing with it, like a little unstable, that's okay. See how high you can take the heel. Keep that work happening. Go higher. Squeeze. Breath in. Breath out. A little higher, right at the top. Feel that, like really wake up your bum cheek, yogi. One more breath. Feet together. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Open warrior two. Triangle, straighten the front leg, come down. Again, use the block if you have one. Take your hand to your front shin if you need to. Keep an opening here. Your joints too, like they're fluid, they're soft, they're not rigid, stuck. Stay in the flow, yogi. Where do you need to bring that yes into the pose? Where is there resistance? Where are you struggling? Let it go. Breath in. Breath out. Again. Big twist. One more. Hold right here. Last breath in. Hands down, pyramid. Step your right foot in part way. Back toes are turned out just a little bit. Left toes at 12 o'clock. The left hip bone will try to come forward. That'll be the tendency. Draw it back. See, like the squaring. Oh, yes, it wakes up the legs. If you've been walking in the snow, do this. It feels good, I promise. Take a breath in. And out. Some pleasure, some joy in the discomfort of the poses can actually be a big breakthrough. Like, do you avoid those discomfort, like the uncomfortable sensations? Because a lot of the time they're like, you know, a good thing. They're the stretch that you want, the opening that you're actually here for. Different than pain. Discomfort and pain are very different things. You don't want to be in pain. Definitely looking for like that edge in the stretch. Limits of what's possible for you to open up that tension. Breathe in. Breathe out. Twisted triangle. Take your right hand to your left foot. Keep that squaring of the hips, okay? The tendency will be for that left hip to come forward. Draw it back. Keep that hips facing the front of your mat. Big stretch through the legs. Press your feet. Twist your torso. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, reach. Twist. Hands to your mat. Standing split. Lift the back heel up. Keep your right toes turned down so you're not turning your foot out to the side. Okay, closed hips. And then just play with the expression here. How high can you get that heel? Maybe grabbing onto your ankle. Working balance here, right? It might take a second, or maybe it's not even available to you, even if it's been before. Who cares? Don't put so much meaning on how the past has looked. Put the focus on the present. Like, what is actually happening right in this moment? What can you take from that? Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the heel. Squeeze your right bum cheek. Take another breath. Go higher. Hold it. Take one more big lift and feet together. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Come forward to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, right into locust pose. Don't waste time with the nap here. Get into it. Lift up. Chest, arms, legs, glutes, shoulders, core. Engage to take you somewhere higher. Interlace your hands. Stay up for bound locust. Push the knuckles towards your heels. Really get the shoulders onto each other. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift and squeeze, yogi. Take one more breath in. Come all the way down. Windshield wipe your legs. Do that. Bend the knees. Let your feet fall from side to side. Still breathing. Floor bow. Chin to center. Grab your ankles. Hug your knees and ankles towards each other first, and then kick back. Oh, my legs. So good. Kick back into your hands. Inhale. Keep that lift. Your shin bones back. Your collarbones higher. 3. For 2. 1 more big expression. Oh, and then come down. So good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walk through onto your back. Take bridge. Lift up. Press through the heels. Wake up your legs. Feel them. Your glutes. Your arms here, so grounding through your triceps. Feel the grind, yogi. Find your pose right here. Really get like into a lift, lifting through the chest. Pressing down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go a little bit higher. Hold it. Take one more breath in. Slowly come down. Knees from side to side. Set up for wheel. Be a yes for wheel, okay? Check if there's a no there. Whether it's a no of like, I don't want to, or maybe a more solid no of I can't do that yet. Being a yes for something, okay? So hands by your ears. If you can't do wheel, this is the first step. Just pressing down into the floor in bridge, right? So here, bridge variation, building strength for wheel. Press the hands. Next step, half wheel, coming to the crown of the head. You can work from here. This is how I got there a long time ago, doing this work. Just being in the half wheel, little push-ups from there, eventually leading to full expression. See where you can take it with a yes behind you, yogi. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Press down. Fullest possible expression right in this breath. Come down. Knees fall from side to side. We'll do 2 more wheels. Spoiler alert. Go up. Number 2. If it's bridge today, you don't have to make it bad, okay? There's a difference between like bridge being what your body's asking for and bridge because your brain is saying, I don't want to do wheel. Different experiences, yogi. If your back says no to wheel, you listen. If your brain says, oh, I don't want to, like, don't listen to that. That's the no. Be a yes instead. I know that no all too well. And sometimes it takes hold. It's not the end of the world, but you always have the option to shift it. See how quickly you can come back to a yes, the possibility. Breathe in. Come all the way down. Knees from side to side. We have 1 more. Go up, wheel, or bridge. Any variation, possibility. Just go. See where you can take it. Be okay with what shows up. As long as you're coming from a yes, from possibility, from joy, from playfulness. Invite those in. See where you can go. What is there for you, yogi? Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in and hold. Last breath. Slowly come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Inhale. Sigh it out. Just take a moment right here and acknowledge yourself for somewhere that a yes shifted your practice today. Where did you hear a no? Where were you feeling stuck? And then that yes brought you to something different. Might be something you perceive as a big deal. It might have been a small, tiny shift, but like that's a big deal too, okay? Anytime you can start to shift the thinking, you're starting to reprogram the brain, change that way that it fires. It's not a small thing. It's a miracle, yogi. Every time you break through a no that's holding you back, shift it to a yes, you've created something new evidence, a new experience. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Knees together. Feet flat on the ground. And then bring your hands underneath your low back here. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Lower a third. Inhale. Down a third. Core, wake it up. Be a yes for the core work. Lower just off the mat. Look to your toes. Little bounce here, just bouncing the feet. Use the core muscles. 10, 9, 8. Pull your pinky toes back towards your face. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet lift up. Heels together, toes wide. Do that. Press your heels into each other. Press your heels up to the ceiling. Wake up. Oh yeah, shaking. So good. Breathe in. Lower down a third. Keep that. Toes opening wide. Heels pressing into each other. Down another third. Breathe in. Lower just off the mat. Look at your feet. Scissor kick back and forth. Keeping the toes turned out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels together. Press them and lift your feet up. Reverse the rotation. Big toes touching. Heels wide. Keep that activation. Lower down a third. Breath in. Down a third. Heels wide. Toes pressing into each other just off the mat. Look at your toes. Little circles. Clockwise. 3, 2, 1. Other direction for 3. Heels wide. 2 and 1. Lift your feet up. Grab the backs of your knees. Rock front to back a couple times. Come up to Navasana, to boat pose for 3 breaths. Find any variation this morning, whatever time of day it is for you. I know it's not always morning when you catch this. Bring the activation here. Chest lifts, shoulders back, belly strong. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. One more big lift through the chest and rock back. Make your way into half pigeon on the right side. Settle into it. Just let your body land. Nearing the end of the practice now. Just being a yes for restoration. Opening through the hips. Being a yes for letting your thoughts settle. Preparing yourself for rest at the end of this practice. How often do you let that no guide you? The I can't, that's impossible, that'll never happen to me. How often is that the story that you let take you through life? Right? And you're the only one that knows the answer to that. I know that I'm pretty hyper aware when my no is what's guiding me. I'm not normally happy about it. It's when like depression, anxiety take hold. And sometimes it lasts for longer than I'd like it to. You know, that's just the way of life sometimes, especially when we're in the middle of this pandemic. But you always have the option to shift it to a yes, Yogi, always. Suffering is a choice. That was a hard lesson for me to learn because I definitely suffered in victim mode for a good part of my life. And it still tries to pop back up. That bullied little child, is the one that starts to guide me. And then in any moment, I have the opportunity to start to shift my thinking. Like, you don't have to choose to suffer. Even in an uncomfortable situation, suffering's a choice. It can be lessons learned, or it can be misery. And I get how serious, how drastic, how, arguably horrible certain situations can be in our lives. In the moment, finding the positive, finding that silver lining might seem impossible. Those are the moments in my life where I've learned the biggest lessons, where I've changed fundamentally how I am as a human being for the better in almost every case, I would say. Every case might take some time to get that lesson, but switch sides. The more open you are to learning the lesson, the quicker the lesson will come. If you're sure that it's never going to come, if you're sure that there's nothing positive in the situation you're going through, then you'll be sure of it for a long time. One day things will shift. All of a sudden, that awareness, that realization, like, oh, that was actually for my best. Good. That actually taught me more compassion, more understanding, lit a fire under my ass to get what I wanted.
It's in the mind. Every time you're being a yes for something that disempowers you, you're being a no for lifting yourself up. Every time you're being a yes for victim mode, for getting upset with your anxiety, getting frustrated with your depression, then you're being a no for being able to move through it. Mental health is a serious thing, and there's a lot of people going through some issues with that right now. A little self-compassion goes a long way. A little understanding what you're putting into your mouth goes a long way too. I can speak from my own experience, and the science just doesn't argue that anymore. Depression and anxiety are directly linked to your diet as well. So that's a truth bomb we don't all want to hear. Eating the donuts, eating the McDonald's, it's only going to lead you down that path you've been before that's really disempowering and really a challenge to get yourself out of. You can look up the science around brain inflammation and mental health conditions. It's real. Breathe in. Settle a little deeper. Just a couple more breaths here. Find it. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And both feet out in front. Take a seated forward fold. Sit bones back. Lift your chest. Fold over your legs. And pull yourself nice and deep into the fold. More length in the neck and in the spine. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands under your shoulders. A quick reverse plank or reverse table. Lift up your hips. You can have the knees bent. You can have them straight. Inhale. Exhale. Lift higher. Squeeze it. Hold it. One more breath in. And then come down. Move onto your back into an inversion, or you can move into a headstand if you want to. I left the Journey to the Heart book upstairs, and I like reading it every Sunday. So I'm going to run and grab it while you do a headstand. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Or waterfall or shoulder stand. Go upside down. Mr. B abandoned us to go sleep in the sunroom back there. He's like basking in the sun in his second of 3 beds. He's got beds in every area of this house, lucky guy. Finish up, move into plow and deaf man's pose if you're there. Come down onto your back, take a quick supine twist. Join your right knee into your chest, draw it across your body. Get that stretch. Shoulders on the mat. Breathe in. Go a bit deeper. Come back through center. Hips to the left. Bring your left knee in. Cross it over your body. Keep your shoulder grounded. Keep your core a little bit engaged there, just making some space, some support for the twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Twist it. Come back to center. Give both knees a squeeze right here. And release. Final Shavasana. Close your eyes. Get your body level, like find that comfortable position, and then just allow yourself to take rest. I will read from Journey to the Heart. I've been getting good feedback, and I just like to hear the message every Sunday myself. So this is the February 21st reading. Let love be. You can't control love. It's impossible. It's like screaming and screeching and begging a rose to unfold faster, better, or differently. Love is an energy, an active living force that runs its threads through all of life, through all of the universe. But we can't control love. It is not its nature to be controlled. It's futile to stand with our hands in our pockets and heels dug into the ground saying, I shall control the course of love. Or I shall allow another to control me because I'm afraid love will go away. We can open our hearts and let love run through us. We can open our hearts and receive love. We can open our eyes and see universal love all around us, in places we never saw it before. We can awaken our souls and see that all these experiences have been lessons of love. Learning courage, faith, patience. Learning to love ourselves when it looked and felt as if no one else did. Learning to express our creativity, express our emotions, and experience joy. Each one has been a lesson of love. We have learned to let love be and be open to what that is and the new direction it may lead us in. Love is a powerful living force that permeates the universe and funnels through us. We don't lead it, it leads and guides us. Honor the guidance of your heart, and you will be honoring the guidance of love. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a full body stretch. Bring yourself up to a seated position with your hands at the center of your chest. And we'll finish the practice with an Om like we began it again. The sound Om is really the sound of creation, of new beginnings. New beginning to the rest of your day. It's being a yes for what might be possible right in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. The yes in me acknowledges the yes in you, Yogi. Thank you for practicing with me. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thank you, thank you. It's because of you guys that I hit my mat this morning. So if you're out there with me live, I appreciate you so much. And if you're catching this later on, I do it for you guys too. So I really do appreciate that. And yeah, have an awesome rest of your day. Keep moving your body, keep nourishing your body. Hit the thumbs up below the videos, comment on the videos if you're enjoying the content. It really helps the channel to grow and be seen by more people. So I would really, really appreciate it. And yeah, take care. I will see you next week. And the bedtime yoga is coming soon. I can't guarantee how, like it'll be here before the end of the month, but yeah, just stay tuned for that as well. It's like 10 to 20 minute yin practices that I've actually been filming from my bed. So you can do them anywhere, yogis. Have an awesome day. Mr. B's totally passed out, so we'll just have to skip the cameo from him today. Bye now.